Hello everyone. Welcome for this session. This is the revision session 2 from the nutrition plan. So this will be a recalling session for you. What we have learned, we just going to recall in this session. I hope you have watched the first video. How the human beings body or the human beings body system, it depends upon the food habits. What kind of food we have, we eat, what is it, the herbivorous, omnivorous, carnivorous. According to that, how we have the different types of teeth that we have learned. So in this lecture we are going to learn about the human digestive system. Okay, we can see as a digestive system in human beings also, we can say. Okay, now digestion is a very important part for us. Okay, so in this lecture we are going to learn about the digestive system in human beings. Okay, how the food is digested in human beings. Okay, next we are going to learn about the ruminants. What is meant by ruminants and what is the digestive system in ruminants. Okay, so human beings have a simple digestive tract. I'm telling you it's simple. Okay? Actually, if you go to that, is complicated. But as compared to other things, we have a very simple and straightforward digestive system. Once the food is started entering in our food, automatically it will go from one organ to another organ. It will be digested. Okay. So before this, let's see the 5 processes that occurs in our body. First one is ingestion. Ingestion. Remember, ingestion. Next, digestion, absorption, assimilation, okay, and egestion. Okay, let's see. First process we can say that ingestion. Okay, this is the steps of digestion, we can say. Best thing we can say. Okay, so ingestion, next digestion. Third one is absorption. Okay. Fourth one we can say, yes, that is assimilation. And fifth one is that egestion. Don't get confused in ingestion and egestion. Okay. So in this 5 process, our food is digested. Okay. Now here ingestion, there is a matter of buccal cavity. In buccal cavity, okay, in ingestion means how we inject the food in our body. We inject the food in our body through our mouth. When the food enters in our body, what happens there? Teeth. As I told you, we have different types of teeth. Canines, incisors, premolars and molars. Okay. The function of that teeth already I have mentioned in last video. Okay. So here it is our buccal cavity. When the food enters in our mouth, there is a buccal cavity. What happens in the buccal cavity? Our teeth completely grinds our food. Okay. Biting, tearing, grinding. Okay. And the tongue helps to mix our food with saliva, salivary gland. Okay, salivary gland secretes a liquid, a digestive enzyme, that is saliva in our mouth only. So food, saliva mixed by our tongue. Okay, the job of the tongue is the same only, to mix the food, saliva properly in our food. What happens after mixing it? First, it is the digestive enzyme, it helps to digest our food. Second thing is that it makes our food soft and slippery, and it helps to enter our food through the esophagus. Okay, softly, easily, smoothly our food passes through the esophagus. So that is the importance of saliva. Okay, so what happens first when we put our bite in our mouth, our teeth grind it properly, salivary gland secretes the saliva in our mouth, tongue helps to mix it. Okay, now our food become very soft, smoothie. So that smoothie enters smoothie food enters in our stomach with the help of esophagus. Esophagus is a long tube-like structure which carries the food from our buccal cavity to the stomach. Okay, by the expansion of contraction, the food sent to the stomach. Okay, now in a stomach have we can say J-type structure. In that stomach, a digestive enzymes also mixed in our food, just like gastric juices as well as hydrochloric acid. Okay, that helps to that secretes in our food. Okay, here our food is completely mixed with the digestive enzymes, and whatever the bacteria present in our food, that bacteria are killed by the hydrochloric acid. Okay, that hydrochloric acid killed it and also protect the walls of the stomach. Okay, now here bacteria is also killed. Stomach secretes digestive enzymes in our food, and that food afterwards passes into the small intestine. When it enters in the small intestine, again a bile juice secreted in our food. Okay, and bile juice is produced by the liver, a largest gland in our body. Okay, liver produces bile juice, but it stores in the gallbladder, a sac. Okay, who produce bile juice? Liver. Liver is the largest gland in our body, but that bile juice is stored into the gallbladder. Okay, and through the gallbladder, it mixed into the food. Afterwards, after bile juice, a pancreatic juice which is prepared by the pancreas. Okay, the juice which is prepared by the pancreas, it is also extracted in that. Okay, so here started the process of digestion. Okay, when the food enters into the small intestine, there are a lot of millions of villi present in our small intestine. What is the villi? Villi is a finger-like structure. Okay, जैसे हमारे finger से. Okay, it is a finger-like structure, but it is very small, as small as our hairs, or we can say smaller than our hairs. Millions of villi present in our small intestine. Okay, again that villi absorbs the nutrients. So that is the process of absorption. Okay, digestion is started. Okay, villi helps to absorb the food. Okay, villi absorb the nutrients from our food. Again in that food, intestinal juice or intestinal juices are mixed in that food. What mixed in that food? Intestinal juices also mixed in that food. Okay, so still the absorption process is going on. Villi absorb all the nutrition. Okay, and mixed into the blood. Okay, then after there is a process of assimilation. Assimilation means whatever nutrients are absorbed by our, we can say villi, that is mixed into the blood, and utilization of that nutrients is called assimilation. Utilization of that nutrients is called assimilation. So afterwards, small intestine, whatever the things are completely absorbed, the nutrients whatever are present in that food is completely absorbed. Remaining materials, okay, digested food and undigested food, okay, that all is sent towards the large intestine. Okay, what is the length of small intestine? 7.5 meter. Remember the thing. The length of our small intestine is 7.5. Okay. Afterwards, it is passed through our large intestine. In large intestine, two things are completely absorbed. That is water and roughage. Water and roughage is absorbed in our large intestine. The length of large intestine is about 1.5 meter. Okay. The completely food is digested. There only the water and roughage remain and some salts. Okay, that is absorbed in the large intestine, and afterwards it passes through the rectum. Okay, rectum, all the digested and undigested food is collected, and finally from our anus, through the anus it is removed from our body. That process is called egestion. That process is called egestion. Removing of the waste material, that we call it faeces also. Removing of the faeces or the waste material from our body is called Egestion. That process is called egestion. Okay, so we remove all those things or waste material from our body. Okay, that is called egestion. Okay, so this is the completely digestive tract for us. Our tract starts from our buccal cavity, ends to the anus. Okay, egestion, buccal cavity, how we take our food. Okay, after taking the food, what we do? We grind the food very well with the help of teeth. Afterwards, salivary gland secrete the saliva in our food. Tongue helps to mix that, we can say, that mixture properly. Finally, through the esophagus, our food enters into the stomach, and here they start the process of digestion. Okay, after digestion, that process starts the digestion. Many digestive enzymes are mixed into the stomach. Okay, and it's completely makes a soft paste in our stomach. Finally, when it enters into the small intestine, okay, pancreatic juice and the bile juice secreted in our food. Okay, afterwards, our food enters into the small intestine, that is in length near about 7.5 meter. Here there is the presence of villi. Okay, that villi absorb the nutrients from the food, and also in the end of we can say small intestine, many intestinal juices also mixed in that. The nutrition, okay, whatever the nutrients present in that food is absorbed by the villi. That process is called absorption. Okay, whatever the food, undigested food and digested food finally enters into our large intestine. The length of large intestine is about 1.5 meter. In the large intestine, we can say that our water and roughage is absorbed into the large intestine, and along with water and roughage, salt is also absorbed in our body through the or from the large intestine. Okay, after whatever the food or the nutrients absorbed by the body, it is utilized by the cells of our body. That process is called assimilation. That is called assimilation. Okay. Afterwards, that all the waste material is collected into the rectum, waste material. Okay, and from the rectum, egestion, the process of egestion starts. Egestion means what? Removal of the food material. Okay, where we can't say food material, we can say waste material or the feces from our body, digested and undigested food. Whatever feces is there is removed by our body or ejected by our body through the anus. So here the process of digestion completed. So there are the 5 processes that happens in our digestion. Okay, so that is the digestion in the human beings. Okay, so I hope you understood all this point. Okay, so let's go through the ruminants. Okay, what is mean by ruminants? Okay. As I told you that each and every living things don't have same kind of digestion process. Okay, each and everyone have every living creature has a different digestion process. Okay, just we have a digestive tract, different organs. Okay, that different organs are, we can say, we can say they have a different types of tasks, and those tasks were performed by them. So ruminants don't have a digestive tract; they have the chambers in their stomach. So ruminants have different chambers in their stomachs. Okay, those are, we can say, rectum, omasum, abomasum, and reticulum. Okay, so these are the chambers. Okay, so as you observe that kettles, they eat, when they eat the grass, they will never bite it, they continuously eat it. That is the reason that there is a competition of eating the food. They think that it will not sufficient for them, so continuously they will eat. Okay, when they sit at one place, they bring back that food and start chewing it, start grinding it. Okay, that is called curd chewing. Okay, that when they eat the grass, when it enters in their body, it becomes curd. Okay, and when they take out it, okay, that grass became curd, they chew it, again they swallow it. Okay, so finally that process starts rectum to reticulum to omasum and abomasum. The food passes in these four chambers and food is digested in these four chambers in the ruminants. Okay, what are the four chambers of ruminants? Rectum, reticulum, omasum and abomasum. Okay, rectum, reticulum, omasum and abomasum are the four chambers in the ruminants. Okay, so now they have a specific thing which the human beings don't have. Okay, they have cecum. Cecum means we can say cellulose which is present in the grass. Okay, and that cellulose, see, we cannot digest the cellulose. Okay, it is very difficult to digest the cellulose. Okay, so but they have a specific body structure. In those body structure, they can digest that cellulose. So that is, they have the different, ruminants have a little bit different digestive system as compared to us. Okay, so that helps them to digest the food. Okay, rather than other things just like squirrels. Okay, they also need to digest the cellulose. Okay, in between the stomach and esophagus, they have a sac. Okay, they are the few bacteria and the cecum which helps to digest the cellulose. Human beings cannot digest cellulose. Actually, what is cellulose? Cellulose is a type of carbohydrates. Okay, cellulose is a type of carbohydrate. Okay, so this is the digestion in ruminants, human beings, and some other animals, which helps them to survive. Okay, digestion helps us to survive, gives us energy, maintain the body fat. So many things happen. So I hope you have understood the recalling session 2 in nutrition animals. So sorry, by mistake I have written here plants, animals. Okay, so sorry for that because unknowingly it happened, because it is actually a nutrition in animals. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this lecture, digestion in human beings, ruminants and other animals. That's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day.